Hello and welcome back to another Classic The Burning Crusade video. So, Classic TBC is coming sooner than you think. Are you ready to step through that dark portal? Basically, there's a TBC Internal Alpha build that's been discovered on Wowhead, and is only available to Blizzard employees and game developers, but this means that internal testing has actually begun. So I did some research, and to put this into perspective, internal testing for Classic WoW officially began on the 17th of April, 2019, 3 days prior to the post I'm showing you on the screen right now, where they referred to a previous post from a few days ago. The Classic WoW closed beta started less than a month after that, beginning on May 15th. Bear in mind that Classic WoW needed a lot more work on it than TBC did, and for TBC they literally have a backup file to work from, so we can expect both the internal testing and the beta to be shorter than Classic, in my opinion. So if there's less than a month in between the start of internal testing and the beta for Classic WoW, I am very certain we will be getting TBC Beta in less than a month from now. So stress tests also started 1 week after the closed beta, so I would expect some stress tests for TBC as well, to test layering and more, possibly even the raid boss health, considering we are getting access to pre-nerf bosses for raiding as well, but I'm not sure how much they would want to test that to give us previous experience, or to give us like the chance to try those bosses. But yeah, all of this is basically pure speculation, but it's based on the time between internal testing and the beta for Classic WoW, so I feel like TBC is right around the corner now, and I would be very surprised if we don't see a TBC beta by the end of March, and also very surprised if we don't see a TBC release before the end of July, possibly even June. What do you think? So this actually means we actually have some time pressure in terms of getting ready for the Burning Crusade, so let me ask, are you ready? If not, I have a couple of videos covering how to prepare for the Burning Crusade, both in terms of TBC investments, but also how to level up fast, and how to choose a class and profession. I'm not going to talk too much about it in this video, but I'll give you one quick advice. Firebloom farming is really lucrative right now, and should net you an easy 100 plus gold per hour as any class, and Firebloom will actually be in demand in the Burning Crusade as well, as every caster DPS except Shadow Priests will still use the brilliant wizard oils from Classic WoW for raiding, so Firebloom and large brilliant shards will most likely go up in value in TBC, because they are still super useful, and inflation will cause prices to naturally go up on items that are in demand. So if you want to invest in some items for TBC, or if you want to start your TBC gold farming early, Firebloom and large brilliant shards are the way to go. Apart from that, I also want to touch briefly on what I am personally doing to prepare for Classic TBC, just in case you have no clue where to start or what to do, and maybe you can learn something from my preparation. Or maybe you're just curious as to about what I'm doing, so here we go. Currently I have a level 60 mage and a level 60 hunter in Classic, and I also have a level 50 paladin and a level 55 rogue. My plan is to level up my paladin and rogue to 60 before TBC, as I'm either going to level up my hunter, rogue or paladin first in the Burning Crusade for gold farming purposes. Exactly which class I will choose I have not yet decided, and I'm really hoping I can get into the beta so I can test out different things before I make my decision, but they are all amazing classes for gold farming in TBC. Once we get access to the level 58 boost, I am also either going to boost a druid for flight form, herbalism and mining in the open world, or I'm going to boost a paladin on a PvE server for less PvP competition for open world farms. Based on me having 2 accounts, I might end up doing both those things as well. I'm also going to skill up by enchanting on my paladin for gold farming, since you will be getting a lot of things you want to disenchant while you are farming on a paladin, as well as herbalism and mining on my rogue, and I already have skinning and herbalism on my hunter. My mage also has tailoring and alchemy for passive gold making from cooldown crafts, such as spell cloth, primal moon cloth and shadow cloth, and also primal might from alchemy. Other ways I'm preparing for TBC is to find a dungeon group to run dungeons with before TBC comes out, so make sure you have all of the roles covered, have 1 tank, have a healer, have 3 DPS and be ready to spam those dungeons, and maybe do some research on Wowhead as well to find out which quests you want to do, And if there's anything you don't really know about questing, search up the quest where to get the items and just be as ready as possible for everything you need to do. I made a video on my TBC investments, or not investments, but what I'm doing to prepare, and showing you what I'm doing for each level, so when I'm dungeon farming, when I'm questing and so on, but basically a quick summary is to do Blood Furnace until 62, then do some other dungeons and do dungeons all the way from level 60 to 65, and by the time you hit level 65 you will most likely hit your daily lockout timer, or your daily lockout for dungeon farming, so you might have to do some questing from level 65 and up, but until 65 or until you hit a dungeon reset or dungeon cap, dungeon lockout, there we go. Until you hit a dungeon lockout, just spam dungeons. You need the reputation for the attunement for raiding anyway, and for heroic dungeons and stuff like that, so the reputation is really useful. You also get tons of loot, tons of experience, and it's a fun time. And when you get to level 65 or hit the dungeon lockout, just do some quests and you should be ahead of the pack. So that is basically it for this video. I just wanted to talk about the TBC Internal Alpha build that's been discovered, and voice my opinions on when I think the beta is coming out, and how quickly we are getting Classic TBC, as it should be arriving sooner than you think. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it, leave a comment down below as well, and for more Classic TBC content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And that is it for the video guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.